Well, howdy do all my Planet Zoo friends. Hi, my name's Tommy, and I have never made a YouTube video before, so I totally hope you are able to make it with me for, I guess, 25 minutes. If not, I totally understand. But if you are new to Planet Zoo, then I think you may enjoy this video. I'm new to Planet Zoo, and I've been learning all the basics from scratch in hopes of one day being a Planet Zoo. Um, Master, which, every day I'm learning something new, so this could take a very long time. So one of the things that I absolutely love about Planet Zoo is the ability to really create things that are authentically you. So you get to dig down deep into your mind and create these wonderful environments based off of things that you enjoy and that you like. So I'm addicted to this game. My background with this game is I was actually a Planet Coaster fan, and I would play the console edition of Planet Coaster all during the beginning of the pandemic. So I was really attached to it, and I knew that the PC version had different things like the Theme Maker's Toolkit, and I really wanted to take advantage of that. So after some time, I got a PC and I went crazy. And then Planet Zoo had a sale. And who can turn down a sale? So I got Planet Zoo. I was fair warned. Planet Zoo was hard, and I could not wait to give it a shot. And sure enough, I was confused. But I went through the career mode, and I learned so much that started to feel confident enough that I was able to make this park from scratch. So yeah, join me. Let's see how we can do. So just to give you a heads up, the first few videos that you will see of this game are going to be um, all from the game. All the pieces will be from the game. So I haven't made anything like super intricate, just kind of going with my imagination. Everything's from my noggin. At this point, when I was building this, I did not realize that you could download other pieces from other creators, and that's something that I will share with you later that I have discovered. For the basics of this, I was really just trying to learn the pieces and learn how all the pieces go together and create different things. So this particular build is so good for those of you out there who are new to the game and just want to create things from using the basics available to you. There are so many amazing content creators out there that can take a stick from the game and they create this like mansion of a habitat, and it's absolutely fantastic. I'm not there yet, so if that's what you're looking for, give me some time. I hope to be there one day, but for now, we are creating things from a very small, very slow point of view where we are using the absolute basics. So I've decided to name this park Nova Heights. Nova meaning new, and Heights meaning heights, you guessed it. So basically, I am new to this game, and I would love to one day be an advanced builder. So this will be a journey for both of us, and I thought Nova Heights would be a great name for this new zoo. Also, for this design, as I started building it, I started to get the idea of what I was looking for, and I really liked the idea of like a greenhouse. So I think plants are absolutely fantastic. They're beautiful, and I thought, we've been locked inside for so long during this pandemic. The one thing I enjoyed the most was walking outside and smelling fresh air, especially whenever we had, it was the springtime and we had been locked up for so long. And I just thought, wouldn't it be wonderful to go to a zoo or a park, and the first thing you smelled when you walked in was flowers. So as I started getting this look that you see, I started thinking like, oh, flowers would be absolutely great. So as you see, as we continue to build this, there's going to be a lot of glass pieces and a lot of plants. So for those of you who are new and are looking for how to find those in the game, you can go to construction and you can actually click on the building, which if you're looking at the bottom screen, that's going to be the little house icon in the beginning, at the top right hand side of that little construction section, and you can actually go to the filter button, which is located on the top bar, and you can click glass, and it will show you all the pieces in the game that are glass. So that is a helpful tip. If you are new, you can filter out anything that you're looking for. You can even click like grid pieces, non-grid pieces, things like that that will help you create create a zoo that's easier for you. You don't have to keep scrolling through all the pieces trying to learn what's there. You can literally filter out those pieces. When I discovered that little option, it really changed the game for me. Also, learning how to use grid size when moving these grid pieces around really helped me. I did not realize at first that things had to be could be less than 4 meters. I knew there was an option, but I really started to utilize that tool in this build because I was getting kind of like antsy with moving things around. There is also an option to split things from a building. That way you can kind of move it around as you would please. That might be something you want to look into, but learning these little grid heights and grid sizes really helped me create a kind of like a symmetrical park, because I don't know why, but I tend to want everything to be symmetrical. So I think that kind of changes farther down the line as I play this game, but in this particular video, that was not the case. So back on the topic of plants, with this game, I talked about filtering. If you would like to say you're building a zoo and you want it to be more tailored to an Africa theme, you can filter plants by continent. You can filter even the plants by the biome, so like a grasslands biome, things that you would see in like the savannah, which is a really cool tool. I did not do that for this beginning. I really just wanted to throw a bunch of plants together and see what happens, and that's exactly what I did. You will see that in a second, but I mean, hey, I think it came out looking pretty decent. So yeah, if you're able to make it to the end, I greatly appreciate it, and then you can like see how it turned out. If you are new to the game, or even if you've been playing for a while and you want to share your creations, feel free to do that. I'm not sure how you do that because I'm so new to all this, but yeah, I would love to see your creations. I think sharing creations and ideas is going to help me out a lot, so I greatly appreciate it. Also, I watch a lot of the advanced content creators for Planet Zoo, and they have absolutely amazing tips and tricks. If I use any of them in the game, I will make sure to tag them in the description so that way you can watch their videos as well. They have amazing tips for newbies like me, so I hope you enjoy them. If you have any particular content creators that you enjoy, share them as well down below, because learning and sharing is caring, and I would love to learn more of their stuff, so feel free to put that down below. So as this speed build continues, I wanted to kind of give a little bit of my background in the animal world. This game was definitely one of those that I was hoping to be able to play at some point. I had actually been hoping that it would come to console before I got the PC, and it never did. But that's okay, because look where we are now. So basically, I've been in love with the animal world for so long. I just think that there is so many amazing things out there in the world that we really just don't even know, and the more exposure we have to this stuff, the more exciting it is, and the more we get to learn, and in that we also get to help our planet and help these animals, and I think Planet Zoo is a great outlet for that. So as you play, I do hope you utilize the Zoopedia, which is, if you are looking at your screen, it will be at the top left hand corner, second option down, which has all of the animals that are in the game and information about them. It also includes like where they're from, their living situations, like how they live, who they live with, what animals they can live with as well. It also tells you what animals are endangered, what are least threatened, and which is really eye-opening because, we can go our whole lives loving lions and not knowing that they're actually, um, you know, threatened in the wild. For me, I happened to stumble across that information when I was in my 20s, and it kind of sparked my love for animals and for conservation. It was something that I just absolutely loved, and I was just stoked every day to do something to help out. If you're like me and you don't really have the funds to like donate to these institutions, it is very expensive for them to run, and it is, um, you know, but it's not critical for you to like give your money out to a zoo. You can do other things to help them out. Um, my favorite way is volunteering. And I think that is super valuable. Volunteering is such a rewarding process. You get to learn so much about different species that you've never, ever even seen before. It's absolutely amazing. Where I live, I actually volunteered at a aquarium and I volunteered at the zoo. So our aquarium is a very large aquarium, and we um, have so many different positions that you can volunteer in. So when I started, I volunteered at the on the guest facing side, which was great. Um, these volunteer opportunities, they provide you so much information about the different species that they have at their aquarium, and ways for you to educate guests and on different things, instead of just being like, that's a fish and that's a shark, like real things that people can take home with them. Exposure really is the best way for us to educate people and to really just show them what's out there and how we can protect the world, right? So, volunteering, absolutely amazing way for you to kind of give back and help out. And not only that, but to learn. So, I got to do that at the aquarium. I eventually got to go work in the commissary, and that was really fun. Volunteering in the commissary, I went once a week and I got to work on animal diets. It was amazing to learn like all the different things that these animals eat. And I really think if you enjoy that kind of stuff, you would probably enjoy volunteering. So check it out. At the zoo, I, just kind of flipped a coin and picked a department, and I started to volunteer with the herpetology department. I did not think I was going to enjoy reptiles and amphibians, but guess what? Absolutely love snakes now. I love um, just reptiles and amphibians in general. Absolutely amazing creatures. Um, I would suggest, if you are interested, go to your like local zoo, your local aquarium, rehabilitation center, humane society. Go to their websites. They almost all of them have a volunteer section somewhere on the main page. Click on it, learn about it. If you have time, that's an amazing way to give back to these these people who are doing all they can to help, spread knowledge and education about these wonderful animals out there. And I think you would enjoy that. With Planet Zoo, I'm hoping that you and I can grow together and become better builders. And then not only that, but maybe we can also learn about animals that we never knew of before, and just kind of learn what we can do to help them out. So baby steps for today, we're just going to build an entrance, which you can see is starting to get that greenhouse effect. And as far as that's concerned, um, plants, gotta love plants. So this whole thing is going to be covered in plants. I went a little crazy, and I'm okay with that, but plants, 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 I just could not stop building them. Building plants. I didn't build plants. I could not stop using plants available in the game. So I decided to try out some lettering, which was something I did not do in the career mode. It was really fun. So spacing them out, I would suggest if you're going to do lettering and you want them to be even, um, don't, don't click out. Just change the letter after placing down one. Okay, it makes things so much easier. Also, if you're going to be like me, Be careful what you name your park because it is so complicated. I'm just not good with spacing, so also probably not good with spelling. I don't know if I spelled everything correct at first. I did eventually get it, but um, yes. Something else I learned right here was you can color these letters. I don't know why I never realized that before. Maybe I was just like not thinking whenever I was doing it, but yeah, you can totally color these letters. And my concept was coloring them from a ground color like green all the way up to a sky color, which I think I went all the way up to purple. But the idea being heights, growing, flying from the ground up, and cheesy, but I kind of liked it, so I enjoyed it. Um, I don't know if that's how you spell heights. I think I changed it. I could be wrong. As you can tell, my ability to color things, you'll be able to see it in a second. I'm not good at like matching colors, or I mean, I have a hard time going to the hardware store and picking out paint color. Like I don't know what complementary colors are. I try my absolute best, but I always struggle. So um, that's something that I've really enjoyed learning. If anyone has a chart or like anywhere to learn about how complementary colors work, like how to design a building and pick the right coloring for it, please share. I would absolutely appreciate it. I am probably the world's worst when it comes to like picking colors that look real. Um, I will put like a neon green on something and be like, that looks real. No, it doesn't. Um, Also, as you can see, I just deleted a blueprint, but feel free to use your blueprints in this game. They really do help you learn like different ideas that you can use for your build, you know? Um, so what I'm doing now is I'm kind of like going into the park a little bit. I learned, um, I'll post them below. I learned how to do how to build these awnings and different kind of like domes. Um, Really exciting. The basics of it is you want to um, use your advanced move feature, and you want to place your two objects um, basically symmetrical, and then you want to copy them and and then move them. I moved them at a 90-degree angle, and then just kept spinning it. As you can see, we're just kind of moving things together, and there we go. These are, once again, pillars that you can find in the game. But yeah, I'm just moving things using the angle snap feature to make things nice and even, copying the item and then just rotating it so that way you get the easy appearance of these pillars like you would in a real or like a real umbrella type of situation. Um, I apologize, my verbiage is not correct. So this is where I decided to use something that I learned to make this canopy, which after you see it, this canopy must in real life would have to weigh like a good solid a couple hundred or more pounds. I decided to use the steel pieces to make this round canopy using the same idea of the advanced move feature. So there was a lot of this going on where I just scroll, scroll, scroll. Um, Something that I kind of learned is you take some time and literally take each one of these pieces out of the folder and just place them in your park. That way you can see them and you get to see what they actually look like. Um, because if you're just scrolling, it's going to take you a long time to learn about all these pieces. As you can see, I was definitely having trouble trying to figure out the best piece to create this canopy. I mean, this was one of the pieces that I thought about going with. Um, I forget how it turned out. Clearly, it's not the ending result, which I mean that don't look terrible, but you know we can make it better. which is why I decided to go with these steel pieces. So these steel pieces are actually already angled, and I did the same thing. I clicked on them, I grouped them, turned them 90 degrees, turned it 90 degrees again. Now it will only go so far. At one point you are going to have to turn the angle snap off to move them around. But as you can see, by doing that, you are creating this canopy. But as you just noticed, like the angle snap was causing it to just all line up. So to do that, turn the angle snap off. You can copy it and create a whole nother piece. It is going to add a lot of pieces to your game. So if you have a PC that doesn't run very well, remember these are a lot of pieces. I would have to guess like 2 times 4 times probably like close to over 100 pieces per awning. Um, it looks okay. It's going to be okay for this game, for this particular situation. But yeah, so I enjoyed making it, but it was definitely it wouldn't be feasible in real life, but oh well, that's okay, right? That's totally fine. Also, I wanted to put some lights under it, so I found that these kind of I don't know what they're called. Are they rope lights? They're basically like pipe lights, I guess. Pipe lights, is that a thing? But they're curved lights. They're in the shape of a pipe, and you can color them different colors. And I really enjoyed using it to. I just made a circle basically and put it under the awning, under the canopy, and um, it provides light at nighttime. So that's really cool. I really enjoy doing that. So for newbies out there who are curious, one thing that Planet Zoo does that Planet Coaster doesn't is that you need power sources to power these lights in your game. So for Planet Zoo, your entrances are considered power, and you'll have power from the entrances. But you will need to place like other power sources throughout the park, and if that power source fails, then you will need mechanics to fix it. But yeah, also utilizing the copy tool has saved me tons of time. It's something I learned in the career mode, how to copy things, use it, don't waste so much time. I mean, this game is already addicting enough, and you are already sucked in. Um, from the beginning. Before you know it, hours will have gone by. So definitely use those functions to your advantage so you can spend more time building um, new things, and instead of just trying to like rebuild the same thing. So another thing that I really enjoy about this game are the pieces that you can make for just like gardening and stuff. That's one thing Planet Coaster didn't have. You could get it from the Theme Maker's Toolkit, but this game comes pre-packed with different type of, I guess, soil, sod, whichever one you prefer, um, which makes for a great like flower bed. So that's something like that made it so nice because before I was just placing stuff in the ground and I'm like, what park do I know that just places like pretty plants into the ground without having some type of mulch or something? So definitely got to use those to my advantage. I am not using any particular type of plants here. I'm using everything I can get my hands on. Um, Learning about all these different options. I mean, yeah. Plus, I probably have tried to like grow some of these plants in my house, and I can literally only keep them alive in the game. So if you have a green thumb, like let me know in the comments below so I can like tell you how awesome you are. I do not have a green thumb, so this game is the only place I have nice plants. So I am almost finished with this particular speed build. I think the time it took me to just make this was like an hour and a half. So we are going to wrap it up. I am going to post another video later of the rest of this, as well as the other entrance with the spawning points and just the foliage that I've created to go around it. I hope you enjoyed just the basics of learning how to build the entrance with pieces from the actual game that basically you don't need to do anything crazy with. You just need to place them as they were intended. I hope you enjoy it. Ignore this portion where I try to build a lake and it doesn't end successfully. So I'll let you enjoy that. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you stick around for part 2 of Nova Heights. And yeah, enjoy my Disastrous river.
Comment te io ni mova? Kupance deve 9.